Get your buttons button, because it's time for Slash House Podcast, baby. I am Ben, and this is AJ, and today we're going to talk about Black Phone 1 and 2, because you can't talk about 2 without 1, and I mean, I guess you could talk about 1 without 2, but who's going to do that? Who's going to sit around and do that? Black Phone 2 just came out on Peacock, so we're just excited to rate it and talk about it. So, what are your thoughts about Scott Dickerson's Black Phone and Joe Hill?
No, Black Phone was actually really good. I liked it. I liked the overall theme. I liked the mood. It definitely stayed in its pocket, and it knew what it wanted to do. I liked the aspect of the ghosts and shit. I thought that was cool. Really cool paranormal shit. And then it ended, and I was like, all right, there's no way we're getting a sequel from that. That's a great one-off.
Right.
And then a sequel happened, and I was like, there's no way this is going to be good. There's no way this is even going to make any fucking sense. This is stupid. And then you find out why. And you're like, oh. So then you go and take a look at it. And then you're blown away in the other fucking direction. Because the first one was so good. That's a solid fucking movie, man. And the second one comes out, and you're like, this is a little more all over the place. This is wowing me in another, in a whole nother way. I like it. The first one tickled my balls. This one tickled my asshole. We're having a good old combo,
It's a fun party. I agree with you primarily. So I actually like Joe Hill a lot, who is Stephen King's son. He goes by the alias of Joe Hill because he didn't want, to have that shadow of his dad over him. But it's so funny when you see a picture of Joe Hill because he looks exactly like his dad. He literally just looks like a younger version of him, his dad. So it's fucking nuts. But anyway, and like his dad, he likes to do horror movies that have like kind of two combining themes. So like, the original Black Phone is a serial killer mixed with like supernatural shit, fucking like, can read shit. That didn't sound right. But you know what I'm trying to say? So I personally, that's why I like Stephen King stuff a lot. I like playing in those worlds. It shouldn't go untalked about with how well these were made. And if you know it's the same director that did the Sinister, you realize, you go, oh, that makes total sense. Because he does that same kind of like old 8mm footage thing where it's like you can hear it on the reel and it like it melts away and all that different stuff. But what I like about
never get tired of that.
I'll never get tired of it.
I really like that. Like I like that.
As long as it's like mixed in correctly. And it's not like the whole movie, but like, man, he did a really good job on Sinister, the first one, and he did a really good job on these, specifically with like the editing, the way it's shot, how like legitimately creepy it is. And I really like the tone of like some of the creepiest stuff in the movie are actually like the good guys. So like the good ghosts. Think that's just a really cool thing. And yeah, I agree with you in the sense of like
added little bait and switch, right?
Right. And
you're like, ooh, what is that creepy shit? And you're like, oh, it's not that creepy.
Crimson Peak does that really well. I feel like Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak, where you think the monsters are a spoiler alert, where you think the monsters are fucking the bad ones, but really they're just been trying to warn her the entire time.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Yep.
Thanks for ruining it for me, man.
No problem, dude. If you haven't seen by now, you should never watch it anyway. How about that? Do what you said?
Damn.
Like the people under the stairs.
Like the people under the stairs. That's a good one. Wow. I must have fucked something loose out of you. Girl, you're correct. And then the second one, it's got everything I love. My favorite shit is creepy stuff in the ice. I love snowy, creepy shit, dude. If it's snowing and it's dark and creepy, sign me up. Sign me up. I don't care if it's serial killers in the snow or if it's spooky shit in the snow. I love it. I love it. And then you got a good cast.
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. I like Ethan Hawke a lot, and I think he fucking killed it once again. I also like how unselfish Ethan Hawke is. This is a dude that could easily make like tons of money off of his face, and he's like, nah, don't ever show my face once. In Black Phone, I applaud him for that because 90% of the time he had a mask on, right? You saw him like maybe 5-10% of that movie without
Well, the
his
thing
mask
is
on.
you don't even really see his face because even when
Right.
they finally show like they reveal his face, it's so much makeup you still can't even see him.
Right. Right. Yeah. And he's wearing like sunglasses or whatever, So yeah, he's never really full Ethan Hawke, and that dude's a legit movie star. So for him to be that,
He's also a legit fucking actor. Like he pulled it off
yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, he fucking crushed it. He crushed it.
both times. Like
Um,
I like watching him
both
as
times.
I like seeing him as a protagonist, but like as the villain, yep,
Ooh.
fucking works.
And
I don't know. I'm probably in the minority on this one, but I'm just saying I think he could pull off a Joker or a Riddler at
yeah,
best. Just
yeah, I
saying.
think he could too. He was the villain in the Moon Knight show, and he really crushed it on that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he's just one of those actors that it really you could put him in almost anything, and he would take it very seriously and become that part. And he's just one of those guys, right? He's just one of those
Right.
guys that kind of really puts his best foot forward on anything he does and that he's a part of, and he doesn't ever phone it in. There's actors like Russell Crowe and people that are like phenomenal actors. Mel Gibson is one of them. But then when they get into stuff, they're just like, I'm just gonna phone this one in. Bruce Willis did that a lot. Whereas like, dude, you're a credible actor when you try. But when you don't, it's like, holy shit, bro. Liam Neeson is another one of those. I feel like they just kind of phone it in sometimes with these action movies.
Wait. They're in the same movie, like back to back to back. It's just, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're in 12 different fucking movies and they're all the same fucking premise. Liam Neeson was
That's
a
pretty
badass for like 10 years, where all he did was just hunt motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I think after a while, anyone is gonna phone it in. You get jaded. You're like, oh,
right.
it's this again. Like I haven't done this before. So it winds up just being, what is it? Like you fucking plateau. You fall in that fucking groove and you're just like, this is where they're
100%.
putting me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So it could
You're
do
right,
that a
but
little bit.
but but I even think Ethan Hawke would approach it differently, or he just wouldn't put himself in that position. There's a lot of new projects that Ethan Hawke is in that he came out with like just in these last 2 years, and I really need to look into him because he's just I don't know. I've always been a fan of his, but he's really been crushing it the past 5 years or so. The only
Mm.
negative thing I have about the second one is I could use some more killing. I thought he was going to kill some people. I could have used some
Yeah.
more killing.
For the lack of deaths, it was still a violent movie. Like it was still gruesome. It still had its bloody
Oh,
gore and its paranormal scary shit.
yeah, I think it was creepier than the first one. I
It's
think
definitely
the
creepier
whole
because it's way more paranormal than the first one. Like
yes, yes,
the first one's kind of a straightforward serial killer movie
yeah,
with an added, with a little hint of paranormal
horror
that
element. Yeah,
almost didn't make sense until it did. With
right.
this movie, full on fucking creepy.
Full on creepy and full on paranormal, where they went all out on the supernatural. They went
Yeah, yeah.
all out on it. They had rules, and I also love me a good creepy dream sequence, and they really knocked the dream sequences out of the park.
I
Also,
mean, the lore that they're
Bigfoot,
creating too is pretty interesting.
pretty
Close to
interesting.
pretty close to Freddy Krueger, but I
Right.
mean,
I think it goes back to that whole thing I say where it's like I can watch that premise because we could also say very similar to Pennywise, right? Give me that story all day long as it's shot well, acted well, and in a cool setting. I don't care. I like it. I like watching a band of misfits get together and come together as a group and fight an almost impossible evil and prevailing. Sue me. I enjoy that shit, dude. I enjoy. That's why like I
I
enjoy
mean,
watching
you just
serial killer
described a
shit, even though
shit ton of movies though. You just described
100%.
Ghostbusters, like
Yes, that's my point. That's my point.
yeah, dude,
Is I could
totally.
watch
Yeah,
that all over. I could watch that
yeah.
over and
Everybody
over and
loves
over
that
again, and
shit.
I have. Yeah, and
Everybody
so
loves
that's
that shit,
why
man.
I preach that to the high heaven. If you're writing a story and you
We
feel
all love
like,
that
man,
shit.
this is like I feel like this is everything that I've seen before because it is, and it will be. Make your characters interesting, make your characters unique, put them in unique situations within themselves. But the plot, the storyline, just pick one that you like and that you're passionate about. This one, it's just one of those movies that it hit my personal taste immediately. Immediately, as soon as it started, with the snow and the phone call and the creepiness. And man, I am a sucker for a good opening credit scene. I love me a good opening credit scene. And this one, it reminded me of some David Fincher 7 shit, dude. It was
Sure. Yeah.
legitimately unnerving. There's something about
But
bare
you gotta
hands.
have a good opening scene, bro. You have to.
Well, not even just opening scene, but the opening credits where
You
like it's
have
just
to.
like a
It has to hit you like if something doesn't grab you in the first 2 minutes, you know what I mean? First 2 minutes, 5 minutes,
it's
like,
almost like yeah,
bro,
I feel like opening credit scenes almost like a short music video for the movie in a weird way. It's like a snippet of what the movie is supposed to make you feel. And
yeah.
this one with the music and like the hands, like the bloody hands clawing at the ice and shit and like freezer burnt happening. And I like the line, hell isn't flame, it's frozen. And it's like, oh, it's like a frozen tundra is what it is. So he's got the freezer burn marks and like all that shit, dude. And he
Dude, it's
crawled out
special.
of hell,
Those effects
dude.
were special as fuck. They're
Yeah.
so it was awesome, awesome.
I really
Like,
enjoyed like the snow aspect of it. Like I can watch people get trapped in snow and deal with a monster 1,000 times. I
yeah,
just love it so much. I love it so much. Man, it's that added creepiness. This is why I think Christmas is so creepy in a fun way because there's just something about like night happening faster and just being out in snow where it's just like endless white with that black drop of darkness. It's just
yeah.
fucking unnerving. It's like an animal thing to just be completely unsettled by it. And that
Yeah, man.
this
You're
movie
talking about a
made
fucking visceral fear, man. Like,
an
there's
animalistic
beauty
fear.
in
Yeah.
danger, and it's like because, like, the bleakest darkness of the fucking woods and, like, the highlighted fucking landscape, like, it's, like,
Yeah.
illuminated. It only illuminates so much, so everything looks like it's kind of dancing in the f like, as a mirage in the background. Yeah, man. Snow shit
It
is fucking crazy. But okay, so I saw this movie first in the theater before I watched the ending to Derry, but I was thinking of that
mhm.
when I was watching Derry. I
Yeah.
was like, "Huh." I mean, there's no way they fucking stole it from each other. Like, they're not that far
Right.
apart. The way
Right.
things get filmed, these things aren't that far apart. I just thought it was interesting that they kind of both had similar takes on where the final battle should occur.
Right. Well, I mean,
And
it
both
makes sense,
showdowns were
you know?
completely different. They weren't that, you know what I'm saying? They weren't like bit off each other
Well,
or
so
anything. Oh, it's just something that
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like the premises could
something I thought
be
was interesting.
it is very interesting. And well, I thought about it too, but I watched Dairy first, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I thought about that when I was watching Black Phone 2. So Black Phone 1 had a gimmick, right? Black Phone 1 had a gimmick of like it's a serial killer movie, but
Mhm.
there's that added element of he can talk to these kids that were murdered by the guy, right? Like that was the big trailer, that was the big hook. It was a gimmick to get
Right.
you to go see it. And then when you went and saw it, you realized, oh, there's so much more to it. And then this one, no gimmick. The gimmick is the grabber's back and he's in your dreams, right? That's not really a gimmick. That's something we've seen before. So this movie completely rode on the success of the first one, sure, but it stayed there and rode the wave purely on just entertainment value. And like I said, the only thing I wish they would have done better is raising the stakes. No one died. No one
Yeah.
died. Not a single person died. Not even the Bible thumpers. I thought for sure they came close. They got some things chopped off of them,
Yeah, as I said, they got
but they
stabbed up.
lived.
Like, they got hurt.
They got hurt,
See,
but they didn't die.
I like Ethan Hawke, and I like this character, but this character's kind of a bitch. I'm just saying.
They're just kind of a bitch. The character's kind of a
Like
bitch. That was another thing that kind of bugged me out.
in
And the
the
first one,
first
he didn't
one,
feel that much like a bitch.
so the first one, we got different masks, right, that conveyed
Yeah.
different emotions, and he played them as different people, right? He was always when he had a different mask on, he acted completely different.
Right, right,
There's, like, the one that, like, doesn't have a mouth. There's one that has a smile. There's one that has a frown. Then there's
right.
one that has horns. Like, that was interesting. The movie alludes to obviously, the movie's called Black Phone. You watch it and you're like, "Well, what is the fuck does this have to do about with a phone yet?" Like, where are we going with this? And then the black phone rings. So now my question is, did the black phone ring for any of those other children, or is it just
No.
him? He's the first
Just him,
one.
because him and his sister were, and I think the what answers that helps answer that question is the second movie. Now, I didn't read the book, and maybe there's some details in the book,
No.
but that's what I liked about the second movie. So there are two things. One, rarely does a sequel come out that is based off of the first movie, that the first movie had a book attached to it, but the sequel did not, and it's good. Because this
Mhm.
movie, it's only a book. Black Phone is just a book. There's nothing after that they adapted for Black Phone 2. What happened was Scott Dickerson calls Joe Hill and says, "Hey, I got an idea for a sequel to Black Phone. What do you think?" And he pitched it to him. And Joe Hill says, "I love it. Let's go with it." And they fucking worked on it and made it. So it's not like this was any lore that the original creator made. They made it up after the fact. And the fact that that happened, and not only was it good, but it actually filled in some blanks, I thought was impressive. And some of the blanks that it filled in was what you're kind of talking about. Because the way I took away from it was their mom passed on their gift that she has to her kids in different ways, right? And that's why he could hear the black phone and he could talk
And
to these
she
kids,
has dreams.
and she has dreams and like, and all that different stuff, and she can hear phones too, is, like her brother can. So they're, they definitely share the dream, and they are also connected to the grabber because of her mom being there when the grabber was just starting off as a serial killer. So there
Right,
is that
right.
connection too. So it all kind of goes full circle, and I really enjoyed that a lot.
No, that's great. But I'm just saying, you don't know that shit in the first movie. So the first
Right,
movie's like
exactly.
the
That's what I
first
mean.
movie happens to you, and you're just like, whoa, there's more that they like. You can see that there's shit they left out, but you're like, I don't really care. Like that was solid.
Yeah.
Like
It
I don't think I needed another one. I can even say I don't think this one even needed to be made because
I
the
agree.
movie alone, the first one is a great standalone. However, we got the second one. I'm happy it exists because it was
And I'm
fucking
I'm
fun.
happy it exists too. Yeah. And I also think that they work really well together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got the same actors.
Just adding good shit. They didn't add
It didn't
crap.
feel like Yeah, it didn't feel like a cash grab. It felt like the
Right.
same amount of a passion that went to the first one went into the second one. Similar to it, right?
Yeah.
We're probably going to reference Welcome to Derry a lot but it's the same kind of thing where the same people were involved. The same guy goes, "Hey," and the father like son, right? To put that relation there too. So it's really not that stretch of talk because Joe Hill, Black Phone, Stephen King,
Sure.
and it's similar in the fact of like this guy took this book and goes, "I want to take it a step further and make it a show because I love doing the movie so much. I want to add in my own information and
Right.
build upon the lore that you've already created." Right? The same thing here, and they both worked. It was both passion projects of these people. It wasn't a cash grab. The cash grab aspect is there, sure. That's how the studios sign off on that stuff. But I also like the fact that this felt more ambitious. It didn't feel as tame. It felt like we're gonna see a kid get his face sliced in half. The death that's why when I say that there's no death, there's no current death, but you get to see the kids in the past get fucking sliced up and shit. I also thought that the girl was gonna do more in her dreams once she figured out she can kind of control her dreams and shit. I thought she was gonna box that dude or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
like
Turn into a fucking
a little well
yeah,
burns.
turn her hand into a space gun or something and blow his dick off. I don't know. Something fun like that.
Then it would end too soon, and it would be like,
That's true.
what?
Uh
She just Kamehameha'd him right through his chest.
she just
Like,
she just
wow.
Harukened him. Fucking
She just, oh, you
Haruken.
kid, just right through his fucking chest. She just
Uh
chunned across the whole fucking
she
stage.
just she just
God
chun
damn.
lead it. God damn.
No, like, the
This
movie
movie.
even kind of has like The Shining. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, there's more than just
No,
three
that's why I
people,
love The Shining. Yeah.
there's more than just three people, but still, they're isolated at a camp
Mhm.
during snow.
In Denver or
Yeah,
in
it's still,
Colorado, I mean.
yeah, whatever. It's still there.
Yeah.
And then he's chasing them as the ice skates. with an axe.
I really liked
Also,
the music behind it.
really fucking crazy. Like that whole finale, like the whole final scene, like that shit was. I was lost, but I was loving it, man. They were
Yeah, it was
fighting
pretty
him.
fun.
They were fighting him in the dream and on our
Yeah.
reality. Made
It
no
was
sense,
satisfying
and it
having
was okay.
that it was okay. It was really a lot of fun watching that guy
I thought I
smash
missed
his brains
something.
in. Yeah, he's here. Is he?
Yeah,
Is he? You know, but yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun too. Yeah, it was Freddy Light though, because Freddy Cougar would never let that shit
yeah,
go down. But they were able to fight back, which I'm fine with. I'm kind of over, existential dread, and there's like no way of fighting the creature or whatever. But anyway,
right.
again, would have liked some stakes, but they did do something that I really enjoy when horror movies do, because I can't stand slow development with horror movies. I can't stand it. And what I mean by that is 80-90% of your movie is just one person going, "It's real, I swear," and everyone else going, "You're a fucking liar." Until the very end of the movie and go, "Oh, I guess we should have believed you." Can't stand that shit. Can't fucking stand it. It's boring. It's trivial. Get the fuck out of here. I love it when some crazy shit goes down and everyone gets to see it. It drives me nuts when crazy shit goes down. No one sees it, but the person they're like, but I swear it happened to me. Fucking eat a dick. Eat
I
a
like it
dick.
when movies take
Fucking,
turns. Like, I mean, like you thought it was one thing, the bait and
you're right.
switch, right? Like they lead you to believe this here, this is the story, and then it's not. It takes a fucking turn and it's this shit. And you're like, wow, it was not fucking prepared. And then right when you're getting acclimated with that fucking part of it, Ben blows his nose.
Did you hear me blow my nose?
No, I could see you though.
Okay. All right. Good. I was like, damn, that means I don't have the right microphone on. Yeah, dude,
No,
that
no,
fucking
it's
hurt.
funny.
No, I can
But
hear
I'm
you though.
saying, like, I like because that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's real life. Real life takes turns like that
Yeah.
too. So like, you'll start the day off with this. Next thing you know, you're doing that. I like it when movies fucking do that. But also sometimes the trailer, like, I like when the trailer. I don't want to say misleading, but I don't want you to. I don't want to know. I don't want to get the plot.
Right.
I'm already gonna have an idea by
They
the
move stuff
title.
around in the trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
But like as the title alone is gonna tell you what the fucking if you've watched enough shit, you're gonna gather what the fuck it could be about. That's why I like movies that really throw you the fuck off, like Barbarian.
Yes.
That shit throws you off. But
You had no
Black Phone
you
2
had no idea
definitely
what
fucking
Barbarian
threw
was
me
going to be
off.
about.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
not. I had no fucking clue.
You had no
But
idea what
just like
Barbarian
that,
was going to be about.
Black Phone 2, man,
Yeah.
that took me for a fucking ride. I had no idea where this movie was gonna go or how I was gonna
Yeah.
even logically like
I
digest what the fuck is going on.
also, I
But I
guess because of
did.
Jason, Friday 13th and shit like that, there's just something inherently creepy about campgrounds.
Yeah.
I never went to an overnight camp thing because I was too much of a bitch, but it's 11 fucking degrees here. I just looked at the temperature. It's 11 fucking degrees here. Get fucked, dude. That's fuck you weather. That's
That is
weather
fuck
that's
you, weather.
aggressive.
That's crazy.
That's weather that's trying to attack you. It's trying to hurt your feelings. Anyway,
36 degrees here. What is it there?
11.
11.
11 degrees. I'm staring at it. 11 degrees,
Yeah.
dude.
It's 35 degrees
11
here.
degrees.
11
11
degrees.
degrees.
While
What
I
is this,
enjoy my
Antarctica?
silk almond
Jesus
dark
Christ.
chocolate milk.
Ooh, look at
Mm.
ooh,
It's
slurp it up, big
delicious.
boy.
You love to watch me suck.
I sure do.
Gay.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, overall, I love having a good winter horror movie to watch. Winter is, and besides Halloween time, winter is my favorite time to watch horror movies. And
Sure.
this is definitely one that I'll revisit. I like the fact that I can watch Black Phone and Black Phone 2 and they feel good together. Also, big
They
thing I
feel
want to
good
mention before
together,
we stop
but
talking
being
about.
two different movies.
Yes.
I like it.
Two different movies, but have that thread of that family because didn't replace any of the cast. Great job.
Right.
Great
Right.
job. Everyone came back. I thought both of those kids were great the first time I watched them, and they definitely both grew up to be great fucking actors. The girl was solid in the first one, and she fucking crushed it in this
I
one.
wasn't even
And that
kind of
kid,
annoyed. Even with that
no,
kid,
me
I
neither.
wasn't even kind of annoyed, like, at all this
Even
entire
in Black
movie.
Phone, even in the first one, I was like, "Holy shit, this is what good kid
Yeah.
actors look like." Kid actors.
Kid actor.
And look, kid actors. And then in the second one. That dude, that the boy. I don't fucking know his name, but he's also apparently he was in 3 movies the year Black Phone 2 came out. So this past year, he was in 3 movies that were on the top of the box office in the same year.
No shit.
And I think the last person, yeah, I think the last person to do that was like Jim Carrey. It was like some an article I read
Wow.
because he was in this one and he was in How to Train Your Dragon, the live action
Yeah.
remake, and then something else that I didn't look into see. But I really enjoyed him in the live action How You Train Your Dragon. I liked him both in Black Phone and Black Phone 2. He has a cool little monologue here where he crashes out about, people calling him out for smoking weed. And he's like, I'm a stoner because fucking the grabber tickled my balls and I had to choke him out with his fucking sex belt, with his torture belt.
Sex
Wouldn't you
belt.
smoke weed every day? I would. I
Sure.
smoke weed every day, and I didn't have. I just had a diddler in the dark, but I was smoking weed before that. So I mean, this guy, this kid, dude. If I was that kid's age,
Man,
and I
just
was
be a
putting into a
fucking man. Just deal with your fucking trauma like everybody else and just have a fucking drink. Just
smoke some weed, dude. Smoke some
dude,
weed.
I
All
smoke
right,
every day.
kids
Smoke
do
every
drugs.
day.
Don't do drugs. Stop joking. I'm joking.
Nah, man, I do
Any
it because
fluid.
I just want to relax. I want to turn the brain off. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to use this. This thing is constantly going all day, man. I got to turn this thing down.
Self-medication, baby. Oh, I
Yeah,
hear you. I hear you. I'm right in the
yeah,
same
man.
boat with you.
Flowing these
But no,
episodes lately.
those kids lately, try from the day one, sir. This
I'll
is you
just
sped
turn it
up.
off, man.
This is
Just
you
turn it
sped up.
on.
You at the beginning of this podcast was not fast, so you definitely got
No.
faster. This is you a rabbit speed on your tractor is what you are right here. This is your rabbit speed. Look at you.
I would love a tractor. I would love a fucking tractor, bro.
I got my wife on that one. That was a good one. No, those kids were great actors. Those kid
You
actors were
got your
great
wife on a
actors.
tractor.
Dude, she thinks my tractor's sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Really turns me on. Take tractor sexy. But no, those kid actors are really good kid actors, dude. And they killed it. Everyone was kind of fun. I like the caricatures that they had. There was that chick called Mustang, and she had that corny ass line where they were like the car, no, like the horse. Shut up, you fucking bitch, you Mexican little bitch. No, I'm kidding. She was corny but kind of cool. You know what I mean? I like that we had a little cowboy girl in there. I
Nah,
can't get
man,
over that setting,
I
dude.
like that dumb little shit.
I
For some reason,
do
every
too.
character always has like some stupid little quirk that just makes them like, you're like, that's what he gets made fun of for that, and she gets made fun of
Yeah,
that. Like they have such a fucking attitude. You're like, oh yeah, they're normal people now. It's just
but
it's just a little thing that adds a little relation. You're like, I can
I
see
agree.
myself.
This movie, I think the last thing I'll touch on it is I think it really captured the essence of what I talk about when I say that how creepy winter is, how creepy Christmas time is. It really captured that. It captured that claustrophobic feeling of being closed in by the snow and the darkness, but it's still vast. It
Yeah.
is a weird feeling where you're outside and you feel like trapped, but trapped by the outdoors and the cold. And it makes everything inside with heat cozier. So there's like cozy moments where they're like, in the cabins and their heaters. Also really like the lighting in this movie a lot. They really utilize those heaters, like those wall heaters and stuff, for that red lighting effect. Great
Okay.
juxtaposition of
Just to
that.
point out, this is a great example of using the light to set the fucking tone and not
Yes.
just using the light as a feature because your movie sucks. Like
Right.
that one fucking all stirring in the house or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Where they're just trying to be cool with all their neon Christmas lights and bullshit.
Like us. That's why we have silly lights. That's why I
This
have
is why we
lights
have
on
silly
to make it
lights.
more so that it looks more interesting. That's why Ben
Right.
is sitting in space.
That's right. That's why I'm sitting in space. That's all I got, man. Great movies. Can't wait to watch them back to back. I think I'm going to watch them back to back with my wife soon because she was kind of interested in them.
It's the keepers so we can finally
That's
talk about this shit.
dude. I don't want to pay money for it. It's not out for free yet. Your dumbass paid money
You
for it.
gotta let me just
I
ruin it for you, man. Just let me
listen.
ruin it
No,
for you.
no. Please don't do that. I listen. I went to the theater for fucking Long Legs. It took me a few tries to finally say that that movie is okay, and but still didn't have a
Oh.
great movie theater experience with it. Then I watched Monkey. I did enjoy that movie, but again, could have waited for it to be free on streaming and been
Yeah.
just fine. Not a
Yeah.
rush to the theater thing. Fool me a third time, that's on me. You're not doing it. I'm not paying money to watch this guy's movies anymore. I'm just not doing it until he proves otherwise. And
It's
this
not
actually
worth
circles
going to
back.
the theater for, to be honest with you.
This does circle back to another thing I wanted to say about Black Phone, both movies. And this
I
is a
saw
message
in
to all
theaters, by the way.
this is a message to all the filmmakers out there of the world, right? If you're watching, because I know you are, it's okay to not have a complicated as fuck movie. It really is. It's okay to entertain us. I know that's a hard concept to understand. And I know that when you hear the word entertainment business, you think that that means a bunch of bloated, artsy fartsy bullshit. And trust me, I like artsy fartsy bullshit. Don't get me wrong,
But
but
not
not at the
bloated
mistake,
artsy-fartsy bullshit. Get it
not
right.
bloated to where
Get it
not
right,
bloated to
people.
the get it right. Not bloated to where I walk away from that movie going, God damn it. If they would have just made the normal version of that movie, it would have been incredible. Give you some examples. Give you some examples.
Oh,
Bo's
what
not
the
afraid.
fuck are you talking about?
Bo is not afraid. I'll give you some examples. Bo is
Oh
not
my
afraid.
god.
The
Hold on.
straightforward version of
You love this movie, by the way.
I don't
I
love it.
got it. I watched this movie. I told you, right? I bought the movie because it's Ari Aster.
Yeah.
I put it on and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Talk about a movie that
I
took me
loved
on
it
turns
until
that I didn't want to take. I didn't want to go on
I
this
loved it
boring ass
until
trip.
the end. I loved it
Boring
until
ass
the
trip.
end, and then I look back on it and go, man, honestly, a good 50 minutes of that movie could have been taken out of here. It just and
Yes.
then like for it to end the way it ended, I was just like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you for making me watch an Avengers length movie for an addict dick to literally fuck my mind, dude. For no
Yeah.
reason, by the way.
Yeah.
None. For no reason. And then honestly, Edgington made me so mad that it made me hate Bo is Not Afraid even more. That's how bad Edgington was. Edgington was so bad it made me hate its predecessor. It's almost like meeting a guy that you hate so bad that you hate his brother and you never even met his brother. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're like, I just hate your whole family
you hate
now.
that one person, so you hate
I
everyone
hate
who
work.
associates with
I
them.
hate
You're like,
just
fuck
because
them all.
because it
The
looks like
whole
you.
fucking lot of you.
Because
I get you.
Edgerton is a better example of what I mean by just make the normal version of your movie. The normal version of Edgington, what I thought it was going to be about is, okay, I'm going to fix your movie for you right now. It's literally about the conflict and rivalry between a mayor and a sheriff of a town where one's a liberal, one's a conservative Republican during COVID. That's your movie. Not whatever the fuck that was. I don't even know what he was trying to say. I don't. And it's not because I'm not smart enough. It's because maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. But guess what?
I haven't heard
Everybody
anything
else
about
agrees with
edging
me.
yet.
Dude, it's edging of the mind. It's edging of you sitting there.
You're talking about something. I'm thinking about something. Two different things.
Yeah. Edgington, the movie with Hawking Phoenix.
Nope.
In Pedro Pascal.
You
Ari
lost
Aster's
me.
last movie that he made. You don't know what I'm talking about? You really don't know what I'm talking about? You're not fucking with me?
I'm not fucking with you even in the slightest.
You don't know the movie Edgington? It's Ari Aster's latest movie. The poster's a bunch of buffaloes walking off a cliff.
I liked 2 movies that the guy did. I don't follow his every fucking step in his movie prowess. I don't care that much. And after Bo is Afraid, I was
all
like,
right, fair enough. I was gonna call you some names, but then you know what? Fair enough. I do follow filmmakers that I kind of like. Okay, I follow all of them.
No, that's
because
fine.
I'm a fucking nerd.
Listen. There are some that I do, and he's just not one of them.
Sure.
That's
well, don't watch Edgington because it's just going to piss you off. When I was just trying to make, and Mike Shyamalan does this bullshit too. There's so many filmmakers that do it where they present
more simpler. To make your
Shut up.
simple point.
Shut up. Just shut your fucking mouth. I'm not even talking to you anymore. I'm just talking to myself. I'm just kidding. The point I'm trying to make, where they present the idea of their movie. They said, here's the movie you want to go see in theaters. And then you go see it and they go, ha ha, ha ha, joke's on you. It's actually about this. You thought that you're going to be watching a movie about people in a village in the
So
woods who are trapped by monsters that they have to feed. And if they don't, they come and kill them in the middle of the night. Ha ha, joke's on you. It's
you're
really a bunch of
talking
old
about the
people in
same
masks.
thing. You're talking about the same thing that I was said before, where I was like, I like when movies do that, but you're talking about how this is all of the examples of when movies do it very poorly, and they take the worst
Correct.
possible fucking decision they made was making a left turn in
Correct.
fucking what?
Correct.
Like,
What you're
what the
talking
fuck
about
are you
is, oh,
doing in
that's a
town?
fun right. What you're talking about is injecting the magic into it. Where it's like, oh, that's a neat
Yeah,
idea. That's a
yeah,
cool turn you took. I like that. And that's happened plenty of times in movies, and it's worked really, really well. These are the complete opposite. It's like the doppelganger of what you're talking about, where they
yeah,
take the fun idea out of it and they interject their political bullshit or their fucking
yeah,
ideologies or their what it's plants that kills them. It's
yeah, yeah,
plants
yeah,
that
yeah,
kills them
yeah,
because of
yeah.
the climate. It's
Basically,
it's people
from
in
dusk till
it's
dawn, and sinners did it right. Feast did
correct.
it right.
Correct.
You know why they did it right?
Where this is
Because they
like
stuck to and they stuck in their pocket. They presented an idea and they didn't stray from it. They doubled down, and that's why it fucking worked. You're
don't
explaining why
fool
it
me.
doesn't work.
Don't
Like
don't
there's
prank
monsters
me.
in the woods, and it's just
Don't
people.
prank me. If I'm going to go see a movie about monsters in the woods, and that's the movie I'm expecting to fucking see,
Yeah,
don't make it a bunch of old rich white people in porcupine masks. I'm going to
yeah.
be disappointed.
Oh, I
If
mean, they
you
did that
tell
with
me your
clown.
movie,
Yeah, they did that shit with Clown in the Cornfield too. I thought it was gonna be something else, and they kept alluding to
yeah,
like, "Oh, it's a ghost, or it's the ghost of this killer clown," and it was just everybody in the town, and I was like,
some movie reviewer, I don't remember what was talked about how good that movie was, and I literally, you just lost all credibility to me as someone who likes movies. Like that was some of the biggest dog shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I can't even. It's terrible. But anyway,
It is weird
I
how certain dog
I
shit we
digest.
accept, and we're like, "That's actually pretty good," and then there's some dog shit we see, and we're like, "That dog didn't shit."
Yeah, it's called having a dog shit opinion.
There we go.
The thing is that we have a microphone and time separated
Dad
out every
jokes.
week to talk about our dog shit opinions.
That's
So
why people don't
more
watch us
dog
because
shit
they're like,
opinions.
"We don't agree with you."
Yeah, exactly. So other dog shit opinions. I haven't got a chance to see it, but Matt Damon and Ben and Affleck are in a new movie together on Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Have I seen
You
it?
cut.
No,
Have you seen it? I haven't seen it.
no, I have not
I
seen it.
wonder if Edubz has this post game shit. Oh shit. He wants to talk about it, I bet. Yeah. All right, that's enough. I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and end this thing. Check us out on our socials, the Twitter, the Facebook. Please just like, share, subscribe. My balls and post game
Balls.
time with Edubz.